When a foreign word or phrase becomes English. Possible duplicate. What are the criteria to adopt new words into English? There are many words or phrases in English that are clearly of foreign origin yet become so commonplace they are indiscernible from the rest of English and make their way into English dictionaries. Examples include déjà vu, carpe diem, kosher and rendezvous. However, there are plenty of foreign language phrases, such as say la vie and hasta la vista, that are used in English and will probably not appear in an English dictionary or be considered English. So, how and when does a foreign word or phrase become adopted as English, and how and when does it remain foreign?
A word does not have to be in an English dictionary to be considered English. Apart from common words, it is up to the lexicographer's discretion as to what belongs in a dictionary and what doesn't. There are many low-frequency words that may take several decades to be mainstream enough to be considered by lexicographers. It's easy to pick examples from various domains. From the internet, we have online, email, blog, login, etc. From electronics, we have permittivity, dialectric, etc. Having said that, coming to the examples you mentioned, déjà vu and kosher have no equivalents that are more English. Such words are more readily absorbed into English. Words that originate from religion and culture, kosher, are assimilated most easily because they refer to unique concepts. Hasta la vista, I'm not from the US, and so, not all that used to Spanish phrases. I heard it for the first time only in Terminator 2. See you later suited my needs just fine. C'est la vie, there are enough equivalents that are more English, such as life or life's like that, or that's the way the cookie crumbles, and so on.
Words of this nature that are borrowed from other languages are called inkhorn terms, and was widespread during the mid-16th to the mid-17th century, during the transition from Middle English to Modern English. According to the wiki article, new words were being introduced into the language by writers, often self-consciously borrowing from classical literature. Critics regarded these words as useless, usually requiring knowledge of Latin or Greek to be understood. They also contended that there were words with identical meaning already in English. Some of the terms introduced, however, filled a semantic gap in English, often technical and scientific words, whereas others coexisted with native Germanic words with the same or similar meanings and often supplanted them. This would explain words like rendezvous. Another possible explanation in social linguistic circles for the introduction of loan terms into a language is prestige, which describes the level of respect accorded to a language or dialect as compared to that of other languages or dialects in a speech community. According to the wiki article, the concept of prestige is closely related to the idea of the standard language, in that the most prestigious dialect is likely to be considered the standard language, though there are some notable exceptions to this rule, such as Arabic. It goes on to say that prestige is particularly visible in situations where two or more languages come in contact, and in diverse, socially stratified urban environments, in which there are likely to be speakers of different languages or dialects interacting frequently. This would probably explain expressions like hasta la vista.
If you want to support the channel, please consider liking and subscribing.